Once babies enter the home, any sort of steps bring with them a whole new world of problems. Join us today as we help you baby-proof your home. Hello and welcome to Parent Talk. I'm Kevin Harris. Now, with toddlers in the house, stairs take on a whole new meaning. We spend our lives making sure that they don't walk up them, fall down them, or indeed get off of them when we've put them on the naughty step. Well, joining me here today to help make your stairs safe are television presenter and property expert Catherine G, and from Richard Burbidge, Tony Jones. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Hello.
And thanks to you as always for joining us. Let's quickly remind you, of course, how the show is going to work today. Here's what's coming up. We're going to be talking about ways to make your stairs safer, and we'll be telling you all there is to know about stair gates. And of course, we'll be answering all of your questions that you have been sending in, and indeed will be tweeting to us throughout the show. And as I mentioned there, we are live today, so if you do have any questions for our guests, please use the box on your screen, and we're doing our best to tackle them over the course of the next 15 minutes or so. And as I mentioned there, if you want to tweet a question, please do send them in via Twitter. So many of us love Twitter these days. Just hashtag your question with Studio Talk TV, and we'll do our level best to give you a mention over the next 15 minutes. So guys, thanks so much for coming in. We're here to talk about stairs and children. It can be quite a dangerous place, the stairs, for kids, can't it? I think there was a ROSPA survey said that there was 58,000 accidents on the stairs in 1 year alone.
Yes, I think some of the main things you need to sort out on the stairs is not letting your children use it as a playground.
Well, yeah, I mean, because if I think back to my childhood, we were chatting just moments or two ago. It was the the best place in the house to play as a kid. Action Man used to get parachuted off the side of the stairs all the time.
I now understand as a parent why my mother got so cross with me for sliding down the banisters.
Yeah.
That was one of our favourite things to do.
Some of the other things that children tend to do are climbing the stairs, and actually, if the balusters aren't fitted correctly, they can actually fall through the stairs.
Right, yeah. I mean, you were chatting as well earlier, just before we came to air here, about how the actual sort of balustrades themselves, you can't have vertical slats. They've all got to be, or kind of horizontal, they've now got to be vertical.
Yeah, it was middle of the 80s. They changed them from ranch style. I don't know whether you've seen them yourself, where they've got ranch style balusters going around the stairs. Now everything has to be vertical.
Because of climbing.
Because of the climbing aspects.
I think the key thing is, if you're a parent and you are redesigning your staircase, is unfortunately it's one of these situations where you have to let style take second place to practicality and safety. Safety is the most important thing. And actually, for all of us, it's not just restricted to people of that size.
Sure.
I think in general, look at your staircase and think, is it well lit? Don't leave clutter on it. So to me, don't leave the pile of washing there ready to go upstairs, and to my children, don't leave your toy cars and your marbles on them.
Yeah, the old classic, the roller skate at the top of the stairs.
Exactly, to have flown down the stairs. And then the other thing, of course, is obviously to have a really well-fitted, strong and sturdy handrail. And that really applies to everybody, but becomes more important when you have children. And I think, it may look trendy to have quite wide space balusters, but this is not the moment to put them in.
Well, I think we're going to hear shortly from yourself that there are actually regulations on how the stairs have to be fitted. But in general, and as a parent yourself, I mean, what do we have to be aware of when it comes to kids on landings and hallways and stairs in general? I mean, you can obviously fit stair gates, but can you do more than that as well?
I think teaching them is the most important thing to do. Obviously, always be aware of where they are in the house. This is not, if you're lying in a soaky bath, don't let them play on the landing while you're doing it, unless you've got the stair gate in. But really, stair gates are there to give you peace of mind that they're not going off and doing their own thing up and down the stairs. They shouldn't take second place to actually teaching them, as soon as you possibly can, the safe way to go up and down the stairs. And most basically, having a really sturdy banister rail, and even a separate handrail as well, if you think that will help them when they get older.
Because we were chatting just before, and as you said, it's not just necessarily the kids playing on the stairs. If you're a mother or a father or a parent and you're carrying your child up the stairs, you need a secure, sturdy handrail to hold on to.
It needs to be stable, yes.
Yeah.
All our stair baluster systems are tested in conformance with the relevant British standards. Also, like I said earlier, it's the spacing between the balusters, the vertical balusters, that has to be a minimum of 100 millimetres.
Okay.
And that emulates the size of a baby's head.
Right.
So they can't push the head through and get stuck. Also, it's the height of the handrail.
Yeah.
That's a minimum of 900 millimetres on the stairs and on the landing.
Right, I see. Yeah, because there'll be people who will kind of perhaps think about renovating their home and take on a little DIY project and perhaps overlook the safety concerns of the kids around the home. They might not be aware of those regulations.
Well, all the regulations are in the fixing instructions and on our website.
I see. So that's for your own products here, like this one, for example, because
yes, it is.
We've got some of the products around the set here today. But these can actually be taken on by an average DIYer as well.
Yes, they can, yes.
Yeah.
But there's still British standards, regulations covering the installation of the balusters.
Right, excellent.
And it's just the strength of them as well. I mean, in certain shows that I've filmed, when you're filming in a small house, quite often you end up with a lot of people standing on the stairs at one time, kind of waiting to go in and out of a room. And you lean on the banister and they kind of go with you, and you're thinking, actually, no, that's not safe.
No, no.
You know, so I think the installation and the strength of them, if you're in any remote doubt that your staircase can take the impact of somebody leaning on it. You know, even if it's an elderly relative using it, needing a lot of support going up and down stairs, then do something about it, because don't sacrifice a beautiful old staircase for somebody. Don't sacrifice somebody's safety for preserving something, or going for something really trendy, like open treads are a no-no, spiral staircases. I've shown people around houses so many times where they've had those sort of 70s style open plan stairs, and they've just said no way, because it would be a nightmare with the children. So just bear your children in mind when you're choosing your staircase, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. And is there any sort of, in terms of weight on stairs and things like this, is there any kind of test you can carry out or specific requirements?
Yes, there are laid down by the British standards, and all our systems are tested independently to those regulations. So when you purchase from Richard Burbidge, you know fully that they're all tested.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yes, buy a quality product, because there's no point in trying to cut corners or keep costs really low.
Well, it's going to be something that's going to be there for a long time as well. So it's not like a quick fix.
And also so high traffic. You think the number of times that we go up and down the stairs on a daily basis, and you know, using the banister rails. So you've got to fit something which you know is going to stand the test of time and an awful lot of use. Yeah. I think, you know, actually, if we clocked how many times we went up and down the stairs in a day.
Get to the bottom of the stairs, realise you've forgotten something, and run back up to remind yourself what it was you came down for.
Yeah.
And in terms of kids as well, I know, Catherine, you've said you've got 2 of your own. Let's talk about stair gates, because you've kind of said that you didn't use stair gates so much and preferred just to teach the kids to be safe on the stairs.
We did. Our first child, Charlie, we did put stair gates on top and bottom, and actually they drove me nuts. And I was more worried about my mum, for example, trying to fight her way, but, you know, balancing on the stairs, trying to fight her way out of the latch. I do think they're an essential part, because they do give you peace of mind in the early stages. It means you can be in the bathroom or not have them in your sights the whole time when they're just too little to teach how to do it safely. So do put them up, but again, choose something which is going to work for you. Make sure it's going to fit and not be dislodgeable in the space that you've got. So choose them to suit your stairs, and also choose something which you can undo easily, but which obviously the children can't. But alongside that, get up and down those stairs on your hands and knees, and we taught Charlie and Billy from as soon as they could understand to turn round at the top of the stairs, come down backwards. And actually that's an important safety piece of knowledge for a lot of things. You can use it getting on and off sofas, climbing on and off chairs. So, and once they'd cracked that, we took them off. Right. Because we thought, you know, better to have them learn and know than just to restrain them from doing it at all. So I think it's a kind of it's a joint measure. Put the stair gates in, make sure they're really sturdy and easy to operate, and teach your children as well. Yeah, good advice. And frankly, by the age of 2, obviously older if they, you know, they're struggling to learn it, the stair gates should be coming off, in my opinion, I would say.
And Tony, from Richard Burbidge's point of view, does function kind of cancel out fashion, or can you have fashion and function when it comes to installing?
You can. We do various systems from your traditional timber staircases up to the more modern systems you see around now.
Designs in here.
And so the more unsightly systems that are out there, or you currently have, you can have a brand new system, a modern system or a traditional system that's fully tested and conforms with all the regulations.
Great, good stuff. Well, we have got some viewers' questions that have already come in, and we'll get to those on the other side of this short break. So don't go anywhere. Join us when we come back. We'll see you in 2. So welcome back. Now coming up in part 2 here on Parent Talk, Catherine and Tony are going to answer all of your questions. We've had some of them tweeted in, so let's get to grips with some of these. Now Nikki is in Dorking and she said, we recently had a baby boy who is now just starting to crawl around, and our home is quite modern by design and not very child friendly, especially the stairs. Can your panel recommend a safe but stylish option for our staircase? Tony, I'm sure you can.
Yes, as I said earlier, we do a full range of systems. From the traditional through to the modern. We've just launched a brand new system called IMIX, which you'll find IMIX.
IMIX, yep.
And it's a timber and glass system.
Okay.
And we've also got Fusion, which is behind you.
Yeah.
And we also do a glass infill for that system.
So now glass, I mean, you say the word glass, and I'm sure many parents would think, oh, no, shouldn't have glass panels, or, you know, maybe that's wrong, but it's okay?
It's okay. They're all tested to the relevant standards, and they're moulded around the edges, so the children aren't going to cut themselves, and all the gaps are less than 100 millimetres, so they're safe for your home. Yeah.
There are so many new materials now available. You see perspex tables, and the fact that you can incorporate all these different materials into your staircase. I think a lot of people think, oh, you know, balustrade going to be a wooden banister with wooden spinels or balusters. But actually, no, if you look around, there's an enormous range of very contemporary options out there. So basically, get looking, I would say.
Yeah. I hope that helps you there. It was Nikki in Dorking, wasn't it, that one? Simon's in London now. Back onto this one. Simon in London says, I really like glass panel stairs, but I'm concerned they aren't safe for children. What would you suggest? Well, I think you've just answered that one, Tony. Glass panels can be safe for children. Yes,
certainly. I say they're all tested, and they are safe for the home.
It's quite good, isn't it? Because if you're a parent, you want safety, but from your point of view as well, Catherine, you want a design statement, and you can clearly get that.
Yes, you can combine them both, and then you can really entertain yourself with your child walking up to the glass panel and going, doink.
It's good. I think it's been seen as a functional, which it is, going from one floor to another, the stairs, and balustrade is just to hold there. But it is a real design statement.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. We've got here Jess in Northampton. I think you sort of answered this one actually, Catherine, before, but Jess in Northampton says, how can I ensure that my stairway is safe for my baby who is just starting to crawl? So I don't know whether we're talking about...
Well, I think just bear in mind, Jess, the sort of the 3 top tips on general safety. It should be well lit, it should be clutter free, so don't leave anything on the stairs, and it should be strong and sturdy. And possibly at this stage, if the baby's just starting to crawl, I would probably put a stair gate up just for the peace of mind, but then start, as soon as they can understand, get teaching them. So they know
going
how
down
to
backwards.
go.
And what sort of age were you teaching your kids to go down backwards? Sort of 2 years old?
Yeah, my husband was off the blocks as soon as he could have a good reason for crawling up and down the stairs. No, from crawling, really.
Really? From crawling?
And children learn at that stage by imitation. So you really do have to get down on your hands and knees and do it with them, which is why I think it gets easier the more children you have, because quite often the second and third will learn from watching the older one doing the same technique, which is why possibly you're going to be more vigilant with your stair gates first time around. As new parents, you always really want to be absolutely sure, but can be slightly more relaxed as you go along. As soon as you feel that you could happily not be on the landing with them and be safe that they'd be able to get down the stairs on their own, then you can get rid of the stair gates.
Good stuff. And just to reiterate, this question's coming in case anyone's just joined us, of course. We've been going for about sort of 12 or 15 minutes now. Ian, not sure where you are, has said, what measures can I make to make my stairs safer? So it's kind of everything we said, I think, Tony, but it doesn't hurt reinforcing it.
It's the stair gates. It's like Catherine said, it's clutter-free, it's lighting, and just check your stairs. Check the height, check it's sturdy, check the gaps on it so your child can't put his head through, her head through, and it's just general, make sure your stairs is in a good state of repair.
Great stuff. I hope that helps you there, Ian. And lastly, we're going to quickly bring you this one. John is in Oswestry, and he says, how easy is it to fit your Fusion range of stair parts? So how easy, Tony, is it to fit the stair parts from the Fusion
Depending on how competent you are at DIY, but Fusion Stairs was developed for ease of fit.
Yeah.
It's very easy. It's a bit like Meccano.
Yeah.
If you look behind you,
this one here,
all the cuts, the timber cuts, you don't have to be a competent joiner.
No.
They're all hidden. So when you cut any of the timber parts, they're covered by a connector.
Right.
And it just screws together.
Yeah.
As long as you follow the instructions, it's very easy to fit.
So there you go. If you've got a young child, tell them that you're going to build some Meccano tomorrow and you can build a staircase together.
Exactly. Well, John, there he is in Oswestry. I hope that helps you. Guys, thanks ever so much for coming in and chatting to us. It's been really, really interesting. It's all we've got time for, though, sadly. Thanks to you, though, for watching us, as always. And like I say, thanks to Catherine and Tony for joining us. Now, don't forget, if you want to find out more about baby-proofing your stairway, then just get yourself logged on to all the W's, innovate-renovate.com. So innovate and renovate.com with a couple of hyphens in the middle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.